Hi there. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith. My thinking, my feeling, or my feeling, my thinking. Share this message. Someone needs to hear it. How is your thinking? Is it personifying your feeling? Or how is your feeling? Is it personifying your thinking? It goes either way. Either how you think will express your feeling, or how you feel will express your thinking. So is it your thinking, your feeling, or is it your feeling, your thinking? The mind controls everything. And so you'll always hear me talking about mindset, because the mind controls everything. Now, sometimes we allow our emotions to control us, which does not speak to good emotional intelligence. Because sometimes our emotions can cause us to act so unintelligent. Yeah. And so, what are you thinking that shows in your feeling? What are you thinking? Are you thinking greatness? Are you thinking success? Are you thinking wealth? Are you thinking happiness and joy? Are you thinking great health? Are you thinking attitude of gratitude? Is your feeling replicating your thinking? Or do you have your thinking replicating your feeling? You wake up today with plans for today, and then things begin to go out of whack. You know what you say? The first thing that you say is, I'm going to get comfortable for y'all. The first thing that you say is, you're having a bad day. What you're doing is allowing your feeling to control your thinking. You can take control of your feeling and determine, you may want me to have a bad day, but my emotional intelligence is going to control this day, and I am going to have me an amazing day. Your thinking, your feeling. You have to be to that interview for 8 a.m. You on purpose. You leave home. You purposefully leave home at 6:30. It's 7:20. You're almost there. And the tire blows out. And then you check your pocket and you don't have your cell phone. What a day, right? Or what a morning, right? You've waited all this time to get this interview because you need this job. How is your thinking? Do you have a very short refractory period and only allow what has happened to control you momentarily before you put your thinking cap on as to the next step? Or you flop in your car, you call it a bad day, and you settle for that bad day without ever making an effort to move on to the next step of standing outside of your vehicle. A motorist will pass and see you, pull on the side to assist you. Because if there are 15 cars, and in my country, everybody's by the same car, basically. So if you have 100 cars that look like yours, you expect for them to know that that is you while you're sitting in the vehicle? No, you come out of the vehicle and you stand in a safe place and somebody will see you. That is your angel that has come to your rescue. They may not be able to stay there with you, but they can assist you. Because first and foremost, they're going to have a cell phone. And so that you're able to use that cell phone to call that workplace and let them know that your tire blew out. They will be able to look at their time and they will be able to say, okay, this person, depending on where they live, because your address will be in the application, they will be able to see that you left home at a certain time. You may not get the interview that day, but that does not mean you won't get it. You're thinking, you're feeling, or is it you're feeling, you're thinking? You will determine how short or how long your refractory period is going to be. But on your road to success, it must be very short. Because the longer it is, the longer you're going to remember disasters, things that people did to you, the way people hurt you. You must forgive and move on. Let your refractory period take full control. Life is filled with happiness if you allow it. You're thinking, you're feeling. Don't get caught up in how you feel is the way you're going to think. That is disastrous. Because if every day you wake up and you're thinking about what happened to you 6 months ago and 12 months ago and 2 years ago, you will never have a good day. Because you're starting your day off with the garbage, I call it, of yesterday and yesteryear. And so, you're feeling, you're thinking. How you're feeling is how you're behaving. You're thinking. Your mind ought to be able to control how you behave. Your feeling ought not to control how you behave. Because you destroy yourself. And more importantly, you destroy people around you. You push them away. My granddaughter said something to me earlier today. When you push people away enough, they will leave. Mind your refractory period. Mind your feeling, your thinking. Take control of every situation and let it be your thinking, your feeling. Because the mind, it is a terrible thing to waste. And you ought to use it to control your environment. Because your mind has been God-given. It's filled with positive attributes. It's filled with creations. Are you aware that you can create anything you desire? It's filled with creations. And so your positivity evolves around your thinking, your feeling. Dr. Joe Dispenza says it best. And yes, I will always be reverting back to him because his books has changed me. Your personal reality can create your personality, or your personality can create your personal reality. I want my personality to create my personal reality. Because the personality that I carry, that I show off, that I emulate, is going to create everything around me that I want. Instead of allowing all the things that's going on around me, my personal reality, to create how I think, my personality. No. You're thinking, you're feeling. Always be in control of what you're thinking. You're solely responsible. You're the sole proprietor of your mind. Being the sole proprietor of your mind, you can manufacture, create how your life is going to be by being the sole proprietor of manufacturing and creating everything in your mind. It's all in the mind. That is why the old adage always said, even when we were children and did not understand it, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Because when you use your mind, all of the great men will tell you, I refer to them all the time, because they're successful. We are modeling successful people. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Successful people do not waste their minds. That is why they don't have trivial conversations. They have conversations of substance. They have conversations about success. They have conversations about creating something huge. That is what they do. The moment you get in the presence of a successful person and you start complaining, they leave you there. They excuse themselves. Because there's always a solution for a problem. And so no matter what problem you have that you feel there's no solution for, your thinking is your feeling. And so if you're thinking that there's no solution to the problem, then your feeling is your thinking. Because you're allowing all of the stuff that evolve around that problem to take hold of your feeling. And then you express it in the way you're thinking. You're thinking, you're feeling. Or you're feeling, you're thinking. You can change that. Let your mind be adventurous and garner all of the principles that you can use toward your success. There's something called the law of possibilities. I'll do a video on that eventually. What you think you can do, anything that you think you can do is possible. There's a quantum field of possibilities. Quantum field, large, vast, endless of possibilities. You're thinking of everything that is possible. You're thinking because of your feeling of everything that is negative is possible. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. You're right either way. Let your mind be filled with positivity for the driving force of your success. Only you can determine that you're thinking, the positivity, the greatness, the wealth, the success, and all of those goodies that come along with reaching the height or the pinnacle of where you desire to be successfully is in your thinking. And so with your thinking energized, your feeling will be energized. With your feeling down in the dumps, you will express it in your thinking. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, whether it's positive or negative. Have you ever called someone and you said, "Hey, what's up?" And their response was, it bad. I having a bad day, it bad. Do you really want to talk to that person? Do you really feel like having a conversation? I know I don't. And I don't. Because if I were to say something positive and the negativity continues, it's time to go. Because my thinking is my feeling. And I don't want negative energy when I'm focusing on positivity. You're thinking, you're feeling, or you're feeling, you're thinking. You ask the question, how you feeling today? Child, listen. You don't want to hear that. Because we all have what we call problems. Everybody has something going on. Everybody. And so if you already have something going on, you don't need anybody else's something that's going on. You're thinking, you're feeling. Or it can be, you're feeling, you're thinking. You decide. Take control of your thinking. Control your mind. When you control your mind, your emotions has to fall in line. They have to act in order. But if you allow your emotions to take control, then your mind will be as uncontrollable as your emotions. Like and subscribe. Share this message. Someone needs to hear this. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, timing out.